Hi, this is Theo. We're back. This is episode 18. Welcome along to Shakedown. We got a good show lined up for you. Initially, I actually had some pre recorded stuff that I was going to share with you guys, but I decided to scrap it simply because there was a lot going on in the past week that I thought I wanted to be able to talk about in greater detail, and there's a lot more that went on the last few days, and I wanted to kind of talk about it. So we're going to get right to it. So the big story, what happened last week, was in the Celebrity Big Brother house. Now, Roxanne Pallett, um, by now you should have known that she's from Emmerdale, created this whole big buzz that she's been punched by Ryan Thomas. Now, if you Google and watch the videos, I'm sure it's up on YouTube. Go and look at it. You will clearly see that he did not lay a finger on Roxanne. Didn't even come close. What happened was Ryan was saying good morning or good afternoon, and she just stood there, and basically she was laughing it off, and Ryan was like punching her like just to cheer her up and everything, G her up and everything. And then all of a sudden, she just went ahead and caused a big scene where she just was innocent, thinking that you know that she was really hurt by all this. Her ribs were hurting and everything else. That's what the words came out when we all could clearly see that nothing happened. So she went to the diary room to talk about it. She went to several people around the house to talk about it, and it just made it look so bad, really bad. And then she thought that she was going to get him evicted. Wasn't the case. The wrong person got evicted. He got evicted. Um, so subsequently, the morning after, she left the Big Brother house, and then she went on the Jeremy Vine show on Channel 5, and she just literally tried to give a whole sub story of account to um, why it happened. She was apologizing, and it didn't work with me. No. She went on, um, she returned to Big Brother to interviewed by Emma Willis, who I have to say, Emma Willis was brilliant. Even though she was annoyed, she had to give herself, um, uh, she being professional as she was, but she was annoyed. We could all see etched on her face, and yeah, she was trying to be apologetic towards everything, and yeah, it's just gone crazy. Even her own people that's come around, come and worked with her, and so on and so forth, has come across and said what she was truly like. Even the person that even went to school with her has said all these things about what she was like, and you kind of got to think to yourself that nah, she needs help. Yeah, she's really needs help. Now, I was watching the because I came in from work. I was watching the Judy Love Real Talk show on Facebook, and they were talking about this whole issue. And one of the things that actually stayed with me thinking about this was, what if she has gone and self harmed? What if, um, what if Ryan Thomas, from a man's point of view, he will probably never be the same after this again, because he's in there feeling sorry for himself, feeling bad, and rightly so, because he never meant to hurt her or whatever. He never meant to do anything. I don't know the guy. I know of him, But yeah, it was just a completely the wrong thing to do. You know, what's worse is Big Brother hasn't even sorted this out properly. You know, not even Big Brother even gave Ryan the formal warning about it, not yet rescinded. And also, Big Brother could have actually nipped this in the bud, shown them the whole full video footage, so at least then everybody's got some clarity about what's gone on, and then that would have been it. It's annoying for the Channel 5 bosses and the producers of the show. In fact, I blame them for that. Why would you want to go and do that sort of thing? Why? You know, why would you? Why more important is Ryan, because he's fearing for his reputation, what people think of him, and everything else. He's fearing for all of that stuff. He would be completely broken, and Roxanne would be there just looking to kind of rub her hands with glee and everything. Because I don't understand. Are you that sensitive? You know, you cannot go on like that with people. It doesn't matter if you're man or woman. You can't go on like that. You know, had there been no cameras, Ryan would have been finished, done, career kaput, gone. And I just think to myself, right, that there's some people that are like that, really, really like that. There's some people that actually got problems, you know, because of this sort of thing. Being involved in domestic violence, being beaten up. There's people out there that have been broken by all of this, right? And when they don't feel, I wonder how they're feeling. It's wrong. So I just think that Roxanne does need to get help. I know she's lost her job on a radio show. I know she's lost her role in the pantomime circuit. I know that. I know that's what's going to happen. And here's the joke: she's going to be in the Celebrity Island on Channel 4 coming soon. Like, I don't even think that she's going to even survive then. And it's going to be really, really interesting to see what's going to happen from all of that. So yeah, I hope that Ryan Thomas can actually move on from this and try to learn from this, and B, I hope his career can actually be saved from this. I think it will be, and I think that he's got the public on support, and I think that this goes to show to some people what they can be like. And we have to be very, very, very careful around these people, the way that we interact with them. Some people are sensitive, but at the same time, we got ourselves into this mess where Big Brother could have actually dealt with this in the proper way and didn't really do it. So, no, Roxy, no. Okay, now we move on to Piers Morgan. Now, Piers Morgan has been in the news because he found it dangerous that plus size model Tess Holliday was on the cover of Cosmopolitan magazine. Now, I'm looking at this now, and I thought to myself, there's nothing really wrong with this, nothing. And Piers Morgan would have a problem with it because he thinks that it promotes obesity. And I don't really see it that way. Yes, there is an obesity problem. I will admit that there is an obesity problem, but I'm not going to stand here and just, cuss big people. It's not in my nature. Let's be real about this. Tess Holliday is only doing something that promotes confidence, that promotes a sense of self-esteem, self-respect. Um, And it just says that, you know what, plus size people can do anything, you know, if not better than, you know, regular people. It doesn't, you can't really slander them for, you know, what they look like. And it's just wrong for Piers to come out and say something like this. Um, and what this gonna it like at the end of the day, right? Um, her like Tess Holliday's health problem is none of our business. If she's happy with who she is, who's to say that we should stop her from being who she is or being for any plus model that's out there at the moment? I have friends that's done modeling and everything. So, and I totally respect what they do. You know, they didn't want to get into this whole process where, oh yeah, it's promoting obesity and everything. I'm doing this for, you know what I mean? I think they're doing it for themselves, but they're trying to say to people of, yes, it's okay being who you are, but you should look beyond all of that and just defy that they're beautiful in themselves. So really, Piers, come on, let's be real. I don't see anything wrong with what Tess Holiday was doing or what Cosmopolitan was doing. You know, in fact, I defend it. You know, and I think that 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 is cool. I think it's cool. I think big people are cool. You know, and I think that plus modeling is cool as well. Like with what they've been able to do. You know, it's a good statement to make. So I just don't get that at all. Piers Morgan, come on, man. I know you're an Arsenal fan, so I'm not gonna like diss you or anything else like that because I do respect you. But I think you're wrong on this, and I think that you need to kind of understand and look beyond um, certain people, look beyond what these people look like. You know, there's great people out there. Just because they're big, it doesn't mean that they can't do anything. Because they can. Um, but yes, I do agree that there's an obesity problem. But come on, stop knocking them. Okay, the last thing I'm going to be talking about today on this episode is Colin Kaepernick. Now, he has created a lot of controversy, hasn't he? It's not to say that he's a bad man or anything, um, but he was in prominence because he was filmed taking a knee whilst the American national anthem was played at an NFL game. He's a quarterback, and it it was for racial prejudice going on in America. And he felt that he wanted to stand for something. Um, it caused a whole load of people debating about the issue, about what's going on in America. I can't really comment too tough about it because I'm British, but when you're standing for something, you gotta have a good reason why, and that was his reason why. Um, so So in the last week, Nike have decided to include him for the 30th anniversary of the Just Do It campaign. And his picture was blazoned with the quote. I'm just going to get it for you now. I'm just going to get it for you now. Give me a second. Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. And as soon as the picture dropped, there's been a whole load of people just backlashing to boycotting wearing Nike products. Now, as you probably know, I'm a big Nike fan. I'm even wearing the stuff right now. Um, and I support heavily on this. Why? Because it's been done over time. They've created the stand up speak up campaign with Thierry Henry back when he was with Nike. And they had the wristbands, the white and black wristbands, and they had the shirts, and it was a positive thing to do. So I'm looking at this now, right, as look, we have to say that look, there is a racial problem, not just in America but throughout the world. There is a racial problem, and it's still there to this day. And sometimes, right, it's going to take somebody to kind of say to them, look, what happened to equality? And Nike is all about equality. It doesn't matter um, who, what background you're from, what you look like. Their motto, and I think Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, would say to you, if you got a body, you got an athlete. You're an athlete. That was the key objectives since they started back in the 70s, and that's what there was been about all that time. And I think it's a great thing to do, to be honest, right? Some people are they're burning the products. Some people are saying, "Oh, I'm never gonna be wearing Nike products again," and everything, just because this guy takes a knee, stands up for something, and then yeah, and then these people can turn around and say, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to do it anymore." Please, come on. I always think that if somebody always steps up for something, right? Yes, they're rewarded, but also, right, it's if it's done right, it's done right. This guy probably could have lost everything from what he done. He could have lost everything, but no, he has generated um uh, a following, if you will, of interest. He has got people talking, and also, right, yes, all right, it's not about having Nike's publicity. This is not about their publicity, you know, because I heard that people would say that, oh yeah, if you burn other products and you show that on social media, they're still going to get money and everything. It's not the right thing to comment here. This is a sportswear giant that's supporting something that's happening at the moment, and I think that it has to be admired. I admire Colin Kaepernick for what he's done, and I admire Nike as well for what they're doing. Not because I wear the thing and I'm a fan of what I'm a fan of them. It's because they believe in the same idea that he believes, you know, and I think that also needs to kind of be resonant to, you know, the people that's become before us, that's actually stood up. All these people that's there, like Rosa Parks, for example, like Martin Luther King, for example, like Malcolm X, for example, all these sorts of people that stood and believes in something, even though they could have got arrested, they could have got themselves hurt, whatever, they did so and they kept on with that belief. And, you know, and at the end of the day, um, we should actually support these people for what they're believing in. Whether or not it's right or wrong, it's up to the people to make their minds up about it. But from my perspective, it's a great thing, and I totally endorse the whole thing. So I hope that people can actually understand that, you know, in this world, racism is wrong. And, you know, I treat everybody with respect. So should everybody else. Everybody should treat everybody with respect. No matter what background you come from, what race you're from, what religion you're from. You know, we're all one people at the end of the day. You know, we're born with two eyes, one nose, one mouth. You know, I know that, most people aren't born that way, but we all one people. We all live in one world. We all breathe the same air. We share the same sun. It's, you know, it's all relative here. So yeah, I support it. Anyways, people, that does it for episode 18 of Shakedown. I'll be back next week with another episode 19. And I'll be back next week with another episode. So keep it locked here. You know the drill already. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, and you'll be able to see all of my YouTube clips. I'm on SoundCloud as well. I haven't updated the last couple of episodes on there, but I will do. In the meantime, though, keep it real. It's your boy Theo, and I'm out.